Recommendation of visiting a Shinto shrine, guidance procedure. At Meiji Jingu. Now, we are here in front of JR Harajuku Station, located in the middle of JR Shibuya and Shinjuku Station in the West District of Tokyo. In this town, modern, refinement, and traditional, they are coexisted. And once you cross the JR Harajuku Station away to the west, you will find yourself surrounded by a quiet atmosphere. Let me introduce you a representative Shinto shrine in Tokyo. This is a sacred precinct of the kami, Japanese deities, holy place, Meiji Jingu, Shinto shrine. Every year, more than 3 million people visit here to pray for their happiness, longevity and prosperity of business in the New Year's 3 days. About Meiji Jingu, it is dedicated to the Emperor Meiji and the Empress Shokin, his wife, situated in a 700,000 square meters forest in Shibuya-ku ward. After the Meiji Restoration, the modernization reform of Japan in the mid-19th century, he put a lot of effort into the creation of new Japanese society. Please look over your head. The lush trees in the precinct will be attached to your eyes. It looks like a virgin forest, but this is a man-made, founded in 1920. These trees had been donated from all over Japan, and the labor forces for the transportation and planting have become about 11 million people. Now today, this forest has changed naturally. In ancient time, the word jinja did not mean a building nor a special place. Shinto rituals were held in the places considered sacred. It was thought that the kami, Japanese deities, came and resided to the place temporarily and went back after the rituals finished. But some time later, people started hoping for the kami to remain beside them forever and began to build wooden buildings for the kami remaining. When you approach a Shinto shrine, you will first see a gate called torii. This is the entrance and a typical symbolic structure of Shinto shrine. It marks the boundary between the sacred area of the Shinto shrine and the secular, the outside world where we live. After passing through this gate, there is a structure, ablution pavilion, for hand-washing place, called Teimitsu-sha. For the Japanese people, for the Shinto, purification is very important. Often, the Japanese use the word kagare. The meaning of the word represents an unclean and impurity condition. It is also sometimes referred to as kiga ka riru, literally meaning as the force is exhausted or depressing. It is believed to be a weakened state of vitality that has a negative effect on its surroundings. So, you must purify your body and soul before you worship. Misogi, purification, one of the significant rituals, is derived from Japanese mythology. According to this, one of the creator deities, Izanagi, when he returned from the country of Hades, he cleansed himself, his body and soul in the river. At this time, the sun goddess Amaterasu, the highest deity of Japan, was born from his left eye. And now, this was simplified at the time of worshipping a Shinto shrine. Take the ladle with your right hand, fill it with water, and wash your left hand. Pass the ladle to your left hand, and wash your right hand. Pass the ladle again to your right hand, pour water into your cupped left hand, and rinse your mouth with the water. Never touch the ladle with your mouth directly. Wash your left hand again. Let the rest of water flow down the handle of the ladle, and place it back face down. This is an easiest way, called Misogi simplified. Shinto is an indigenous religion of Japan, no founder, no scripture, no dogma, and originated spontaneously in ancient times in Japan. There are so many deities in Shinto, called myriad of kami, for example, deities in nature and deities of ancestors. Shinto can be called a kind of polytheism. Japanese people have worshipped a lot of things in nature, and thought that they were part of nature. It was based on the faith with awe towards something beyond the control of human beings. Japanese people also worship for the ancestors as their guardian deities. So, it was believed that the spirits of ancestors remain eternally on the earth and protect their descendants. Bow deeply twice. At the level of your chest, clap your hands twice, put your hands together, and pray calmly. Bow deeply once again. This is a general way of worship. One more, before you leaving here, a slight bow becomes gracious manners. Japanese religions are complementary and not exclusive. Being tolerant to all people and things, regardless of religion, and it may be one of the characteristics of Japanese people. Thank you very much for your viewing.